between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Going alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
2nd and 6. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll roll him out right. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On 1st down, Bean. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Bean. And finding the tight end Hooper. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get the play in the 2nd. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Bean. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. And I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
This is caught. Touchdown. Jelani Woods. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
He's the first in the league to reach 30 touchdown passes this year. Did that on the last drive. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, Peyton?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his third. Throwing to start the drive. Bean. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown Colts. Sammy Watkins. 75 yards. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10. To throw from his end zone. Bean. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Bean. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Bean. And he'll find Pittman. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. On the handoff, this is Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Caught by Woods. They'll get it inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now again to Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Again, it's Taylor. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown! Jelani Woods. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2?
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Off the play fake. Bean. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts. Paris Campbell, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they... Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
Let's go.
Off the bootleg. Bean. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they're going to speed things up here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 19. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So another... And the Colts coming out now. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you know, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Off-play action. Bean. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.